Currently playing Narva AES. We won with improved liaison. We have CocoRangers being on the Russian side and corrupted in places as the Marines. Mid-cap looks like it's going to be Old Hospital. To take a quick look on the assets, we have a 2x30 Tiger Code for the Russians and 2 Slav with open top MRAP or Humvee. 3 lodges. I haven't done any timing myself for this layer, but with the Humvee speed, I'm guessing it could possibly reach. It should reach hospital first. It's a long straight here on the west side. Could be interesting to see. Both these teams are playing against each other in the intermediate league bracket on GSL, Global Squad League. So there's a possibility that they might face each other there, I think. Ooh. Be careful not to throw anyone off-road here or turn any Vicks. Slowing the time down. The rollouts are very important when it comes to comp play in squad. You mess up your rollout, you can doom your entire game. So we can see a compact convoy on the northwest side for CI and RIP and corrupted in places. We're gonna place their labs on top of radio, get some elevation, get some good lookout points. We have the Humvee pushing a bit further. Tiger taking lead in towards Old Hospital, and we have CocoRangers definitely first on Hospital cap with CIP. I will call them CIP. CIP. North of Hospital and northeast. LAV's got good eyes in towards this compound on the farming shed. This is definitely a planned, tried and thought of strat. This will definitely slow down these squads here. Where is the second 30? Second 30 is in main for CocoRangers. And I find that a little strange. But there's probably a reason for it that they have thought about. You can see CIP now trying to push in on the east side of Old Hospital. That's squad 2. With their rally just northeast, you can see Alex and Matt Scott there spawning on the rally. Fob north of Old Hospital coming up. Habs going online. They've got Bakunin from RIP. Squad 4 from CIP. Northwest going to head in towards Hospital. Might get engaged with Squad 5 from CocoRangers here.
Nice. I'm already picking up new points for Narva.
Nice.
I have the 30 mil doing some damage towards CIP. Squad 3 Voodoo is down on the Squad 3 rally on the west side. Old Ball, the last survivor here from CIP, that's pushing on the east side of Hospital, but you have Squad 5 going around. Also looks like they might be trying to hook it around to the southeast. 2 labs are going to make an aggressive push towards the 30 that has been marked. And that 30 should not survive this push.
5% cut.
LV's pushing ring road.
Oh, they're lining up, blocking each other there, the LAVs. One LAV might go down. That's a 1 for 1. I have to consider that a failing push from CIP. They should not have lost one of the LEDs like that, but shit happens.
Out hospital nearly capped. 10 seconds, approx.
Mortars up on farming sheds for CocoRangers. You can see squad 5 from CIP now hooking it in from the southeast side of Old Hospital. Coming in from Geneva Apps. I have a ranged squad down here trying to stop them from crossing the road. And Red, a dagger gun and Buster here. Trying to hold position, anchor a bit, provide some support as the rest of the guys try to cross the street. Right now, it looks, if you take a look here on the map, CocoRangers are kinda getting horseshoed stuck in the middle of it all, while CIP are taking control around outside of the map, and they can do this and not losing center. They could try to slowly squeeze CocoRangers and push in slowly. We have a flank squad here. Vix, 30 mil, second 30 mils coming out for CocoRangers. Gonna wonder if they can hear it. Oh, they're sending a Logi around the west flank. Might want to get something around towards Old Barracks.
Looks like we got the Tiger. No, MREP. Be somewhere in.
Humvee close to our
Cyber and Kurt.
We got Humvee near mortar. Yeah.
Kurt gets a drop on Voodoo on the gunner on the Humvee. Takes out Soviet space pick as well, and he takes out the third. Von Fahrenheit goes down as well. Kurt doing what he needs as the protector of the fob. Takes out the intruders. There's one still alive though, further west.
Yo, enemies at farming sheds. Are we gonna secure the major there or?
Mortars, double mortars up on Old Barracks. For CIP we have Borg King and Bakunin.
We sent them.
Looks like CocoRangers are making a bit of progress towards the northwest, clearing out the high rises here, taking some ground, but they are losing a bit on the southeast side.
Enemies pushing farming sheds from the north.
And you see the cap point. Wow. Well, within all of these red lines, that's the cap point on Old Hospital.
My drone should be up pretty soon.
Thing is, if CocoRangers can get control of this high rises, at least in this corner, it would be kind of like a offensive, defensive thing with the hab this close. They're both defending, but also creating pressure towards the CIP hab at least. Initiate scoreboard looks pretty equal, but we have 12 revives against 9, 4, 9, 43, 35. It's pretty darn even. There we have that Logi, that flank Logi that went around the west side for CocoRangers and has been built underneath the bridge north of barracks, and the only one defending barracks right now is the mortar guys. They have a rally behind them, and the LAV is shooting up towards the 30, doing good damage. That 30's down, but at least it didn't spot these guys. But when they wipe the rally, mortars are inside. That's pretty nice. Very aggressive rally here. Wiped rally. Now let's see if anyone reacts to it.
Okay. And I mean, in front of me,
Aquila, you see him reacting to the rally being wiped, probably called Borg King as well, and they're going to hook in from both sides. If Aquila pushes a bit north, he can wipe that rally. Marty going against Boar King, but we have...
At farming sheds.
Oh, can't pronounce that name. Richte Schenke Tadl. Needs to support Smarty there against Boar King, while you can continue around the east side and might even find a radio. Some more Rangers coming in towards barracks. And at the same time as this CocoRangers push coming in from the north side of barracks, we have Squad 3 from CIP on the west fob on farming sheds. And with this wipe, it will even make it more difficult for Rangers to push out. But they have done progress here from the high rises and are now pretty good control toward northwest and north. It is only the southwest that can come into play now when this flanks open up. This fob goes down. There's a way in now from the southwest. Squad 5 is going to push around as well. We have some scouts out. 4 Rangers trying to hold off the aggressors from the east and southeast. And Rangers now capping barracks. Attraction with a hit on that LAV. Another one, Blood Sickness, hits it again. One more, it should go down. Repairing the engine. Devil Dog gets taken out by Onyx. Putting Sparks out and repairing. Habs overrun on old barracks for CIP, where the Boar King, Aquila and President coming back from factory where they have their hab. Now Rangers taking over some buildings, trying to get some more pressure. CIP doesn't really have a choice here now. They need to up the pressure towards hospital. And Rangers, CocoRangers are really going for it now. And this could definitely turn into a double neutral here. Only a few Rangers left here on the southeast side. We have Soviet Space Pick probably trying to wipe some rallies, creating some distractions while these guys are moving in towards the cap. Marseilles, Lodja and KBS, I think, look like they've been doing a good job here on the southeast. There's a bunch of CIP guys down. Question is if CocoRangers can fully cap or hold it long enough. This huge push now coming up from this hab, but this will also leave them vulnerable from a push from the south side for this fob. Only thing preventing that is probably the pressure towards hospital, and that Rangers don't really know yet that they have their hab. So don't see any marks on it, but if they realize that the hab is here, this would be the perfect time to pressure it. You know that you're capping, that's causing a reaction from CIP to push back in towards barracks. And they'll have to leave this vulnerable. So it's a fine balance now, because they don't want to risk losing control of hospital and losing that pressure for double neutral when they have pretty decent control or a way in towards barracks. Paolo and Convoy circling the northwest side. Hab's been marked underneath the bridge.
From the riverside, from southwest.
Nicholas takes on Paolo and Convoy. Kind of at the same stage, you have CIP trying to push north again to cap, leaving south empty, but if Rangers and CocoRangers are able to pull that through, then leaving themselves vulnerable for the south push from CIP. So it's a very fine balance now from both teams. They need to think of how many people to move where, and how many they can spare, and what risks they want to take. I think Rangers, CocoRangers, in a better position, though they have these buildings that they could really dig into and hold nasty angles, keeping
Nice
a larger
tornado.
force at bay towards hospital in a one line push and one direction push. It's not as easy for CIP as they try to, whereas they have to push back inside to their own cap.
Okay, radio is being camped by the LAV in the north.
Oh, that's nice, quick thinking. Sparking Onyx goes around the north side with the LAV, finds an angle on the radio, and that will definitely relieve some pressure. At the moment, both spawns for CIP are down. CocoRangers did pick up on that, and they did push towards this hab. Should probably try to send a few more to make sure it goes down. But at the same time, a very aggressive
University camp is
push
completely clear.
from CIP south of hospital, but it still looks like
Bring a logi there. There's some logi in the base. I will not
CocoRangers have it under control.
But someone else should definitely go for a university.
Oak ball goes down. There's only one coming from the east side. And finally, some guys coming in from the west, opening up another direction, because right now it's too easy holding off one direction. Everybody's pushing from the south side. So that's a large amount of rifles pointing that way.
Old barracks is 1 level down.
Squad 6 for CIP getting dropped off by the LAV rally up. We have Paulo, Sneak Rafiki, Tom, Convoy, and Love and Kindness. We could get around and wipe that rally. That's a good start.
Barracks. Can someone please prepare a FOB for university? We cannot hold this long.
Fully capped on old barracks. Rally wiped though for the now defending CocoRangers on barracks.
I lost my rally anyway.
Have rally south and rally north-ish for CIP, and they're going to push back in towards barracks.
No barracks should be
How
able to
fast?
from farming sheds.
I won't have a traction with a hat around university, so I think CIP will claw this cap back.
Yes,
The
they're
way it
going
looks
to
now.
10 minutes if we need it.
CocoRangers need to get fast pressure on the university to keep this momentum that they have going. Oh, hab almost coming online. But Seaban is joining Just Mac to block that hab. One of them will start digging it down. It's like Seaban is digging down the hab. One very important rally now, south side for CIP. Soviet Paper, Blind Owl, President Paulo moving in towards the cap. And they are neutralizing old barracks.
Good job.
CIP key takes down Soviet space pick. Blind Owl trying to get some nades up on the second floor. Titch finds a way to climb up. And he caught the Sibski unprepared for that angle. Very nicely done. And looks like CIP will reclaim the old barracks. Now the pressure is still going for old hospital.
Are we gonna hold?
Now with CIP getting a few guys up into this towers, they have the opportunity and time to actually open this west side a bit, get some more control, and start
there's no way to get back into.
upping the pressure
Yeah, probably
here.
not.
If they could just find a good anchor holding on the west side, they could get more people in later on, and at least split the CocoRangers defense from just south to south and west. Because hospital, it can be annoying to push into, but it's also one of those places where you can get trapped inside if you're spawning inside of it. Very important here for Bruda to not lose control of this east side, so they don't want to get stuck inside. Squad 7 with a rally northwest of Old Barracks. C-130s are going back out. Squad 2 for ring road for CocoRangers. There's a very important rally wiped by Aquila. There's nothing left for the Old Barracks for CocoRangers to contest it.
An enemy up north hospital is going online again. Don't know where the radio is at the moment.
The Logi going around the west side for CocoRangers. We have Paulo there, might be able to call it out, and the LAV was not far behind. Oh, it's over there circling around hospital. Paulo takes out one Sibia and Telomaticus in the Logi. And I think the Logi was a bit reckless to send in there. They had almost no control. I think they would have probably done better by setting up further away or waiting a little bit.
Not coming from Mark.
Yeah, I wasted the Logi.
Nice early aggression from both teams. I think CIP did a good job trying to get in early on Old Hospital, but Rangers did hold them off. Nice quick Logi around the west side, coming in, opening up the north, pushing to Old Barracks, and CIP definitely were not prepared and ready for that. But it did react pretty good to it. Even with both of their spawns down for a while, they kept holding them back from rallies, which is a good indication what they have in terms of
currently flanking that hub on the
ability to fight.
We try to secure it again.
But take us. We'll swing back a bit in favor for CIP when they have fully capped barracks. It's 30 that CocoRangers have up here on the north side. Can't find the LAV. Oh, but now there's 2 times LAVs.
Enemy mortars back online. The 5 from CocoRangers seem to be moving up towards the northwest. Maybe want to go around University, come in from the east. Run into Alex the Mad Scott, but he gets taken out. You have Stepperfield is down as well, but Old Ball and Senta is behind him. Norfolk Hospital.
Two LAVs pushing road south on barracks towards church.
Check the ticket count, 132 to 130. As CIP gets back Old Barracks and get those tickets. Now this game is very, very even. Be hard for the lone 30, you know, to really get anything done with the threat of the 2 LAVs quickly responding to any calls about its position. The high rises is one of those places as well. As the defender of hospital, you definitely don't want the enemies to be in there too much. This looks like a good start for a push in towards hospital. They have people in the ground, north side of hospital, people in the buildings west of it, and there's more guys moving up in behind it. Rallies for CocoRangers. Well, squad 7 and 1. So if any of it goes down here and wipe those, gonna lose the west side. Oh, radio found now east side of barracks.
Near the door, I will look for them. Yep, there goes south of farming sheds.
Rally up here for squad 6. I think these are the guys that's north of hospital, maybe? Santa, Oldball, Stepfield, King, Bakuning, they're all reacting to this radio being dug down. We have Kurt laying prone, waiting for anyone to jump over this gap in the wall here. With the bushes behind him, no? Been a pre-fight there by Oldball. It's a nice nade. Blackbeard jumps up, but VP takes him down. Radio is in bleed yet. Radio is in bleed, which
We got lots of infantry near.
there's one. See if VP can clutch this. Takes on Bakunin, Oldball, and Santa remains a good. King finds a way to come in from the north side and they wipe this out. Can they save the radio?
Going to the north,
Only one digging, so it doesn't look like they're in a hurry. Kater is still there though. That was a close call for CIP.
Went back to
What a nasty angle up here. Beautifully done.
Oops.
Radio not fully dug up yet, so he knows they have to come for it.
LAV's on the street, heading to
I wonder if he can just keep that radio down, wait for someone to get to him. 'Cause as long as they're not fully dug up, the hab is disabled. But that goes both ways. CIP have moved in close enough to overrun the hab on Old Hospital. It's Convoy, Alex, Matt, Scott, St. Joe, and Tack. And Paulo's down. Tom down as well. But there's no one from CocoRangers alive in the cap. And the rallies on the south side looks like they have been wiped. This could be this where the game turns in favor of CIP. CIP. Corrupted in places. Devil Dog still holding that radio. But there's gonna be something here for CocoRangers to reset from. Fob seems to be coming up here with Squad 2, southeast of Farming Sheds. We have already Squad 3, Voodoo, and Von Fairhair.
Enemy starting to dig down already on the hospital.
Around Farming Sheds. Quick look here on Devil Cutter.
Ja. Jemand ist ja, kommt. Hab ich.
Very nicely done here. Kater or Kater or whatever. I'm sorry, can't pronounce it. And Devil Dog tag teams it, and they probably will take down this radio. I'm wondering why there's no nades coming inside here. They don't know where he is, but just if you have a nade, chuck it in there. You never know.
Brothers reload.
Devil Dog takes this opportunity to revive. I don't know if I would have done that. I would probably just be holding angles. Because you don't want to be caught patching someone up.
Arriving at Old Hospital.
But he makes it in time. President. Oh, you see that nade? That President, though, it actually took out Keita. Oh, can they save it once more? Let's get the map up, see what's going on in the hospital. Marky jumps out. Borg King as well. The radio's down. That's 20 tickets. But that goes both ways. Again, we have the radio on hospital for CocoRangers being destroyed. And that's gone. Yeah, that's gone too. So that goes hand in hand. And as they cap this, when CIP fully caps hospital, they will be in a definitely a strong lead ticket-wise. So all they have to do is not lose hospital. And they should win this round 1. I like this from Bonsai being a little bit further away, holding a flank, getting a different angle from the rest of the team. I think these guys are way too clustered up.
You're currently the only squad lead alive.
What happened to squad?
You wanna build a hub here now?
No one have nades.
No, enemy LV close to Old Hospital.
There we go. Tom gets a nade out and see. Really connect. Hab comes online shortly here, but Sneaker Rafiki and Convoy breaking into the north side. Sneaker Rafiki will have a direct line of sight on that Hab. Then this is down water. You lose a lot of stam trying to cross it.
Water.
Alright. Get up with that stone.
I'm coming online on hospital for CIP. And sounds like 30 just took down one of the LAVs. 10 tickets remaining here for Rangers. Yeah, things can turn really fast here. Looked there for a while that CocoRangers had CIP on the ropes, but they came back strong. Quick reaction, got back into old barracks. Nicely done with that LAV that took out the attack from CocoRangers. And that also tells me, like, wondering why CocoRangers are running only with one APC instead of tag teaming them, wolfpacking them. And then we have a trade, LAV and 30 mil trades, and that's 107 ticket win for Corrupted in Places the first round. It was a very nice round to watch. I really enjoyed it. I have to give it up to both teams. Really nicely done.